All right, there we go. Sometimes when you do the countdown, I stopped it and I was trying to come on, but then it started replaying all over again in my ear, right? So I'm listening to the countdown happen all over again. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I had to go find it. Anyway, and we want to welcome every single one of you to the Saturday training call. This is one of the calls you want to be on every single week because we got my man, Mr. Dale Roberts. I call him MJ. Michael Jordan, the best to ever do it in our space, 35 years, multiple seven-figure earner, built a seven-figure business in our company, team all over the world, writing it every single week. He's dropping dimes, dropping pearls, dropping all kinds of wisdom. You could go to a Tony Robbins seminar every week and not get the kind of information you're getting from my man Daryl right here. So Daryl, welcome.
Good morning, Todd. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be a great day. And Todd, what'd you say on the end of that?
It's a Zig Ziglar quote. Today's going to be a great day. And if you don't believe me, you just try missing one. Right. So,
Well, one of the things we were going to talk about today, guys, we get up every morning. That's what I say. Today's going to be a great day. It's 100% chance of winning. And if you start doing something that simple, guys, it is easy to do, but it is also easy not to do. When you wake up in the morning, you get your eyes going, you look at your beautiful wife or your husband or whatever the case may be, or just if you're by yourself, it doesn't matter. Just say, hey, today's going to be a great day. Today is going to be a great day. You say that 2 or 3 times and just kind of feel it and do it with a smile on your face. Don't no, today's going to be a great day. So some of you would probably do that if I didn't share that. So today is going to be a great day. And then that's the way you step out of your bed, you get out of your bed, and that's the way you feel. Todd, I couldn't be more excited. Amazing week. Lots of things happening, people ranking up, people going to another level. And I'm glad to be here Saturday with you, the GOAT, the human AI, Mr. Todd Strand. Guys, Todd and I talk basically every single day. And it's not just talking. Sometimes it's talking, we're training and just talking about different things, but we're doing conference calls. We're doing three-way calls. We're doing Zooms. And if you've got a guy like Todd that calls me to do a three-way call with people he's recruiting, and I vice versa do the exact same thing, and we're not hearing from you or you're not connecting with your other leadership, something is wrong. And hopefully we can fix some of that today. Todd?
yeah, absolutely. But, we were talking last night. We were just talking about network marketing in general and, how amazing this industry is. I was listening to a podcast this morning. Incredible guy. He worked for the post office because, basically I was a loser. I had no money, behind on my bills, behind on my promises, right? I mean, and he found network marketing. And, it started slow. I mean, his first check was $28, right? Like some of us had a struggle, but since then he's done over $500 million in sales. And he's been in the industry 35 years and just talking about his whole story and how that happened. But he was talking about what it meant to him when it came into his life. And we had another amazing couple last night with Paul and Donna Scales. I mean, they were so great to talk to. And you and I were talking about when you guys think about what we do, we bring hope into people's lives, right? And there's a great scripture from the Bible, by the way. In fact, this is one of the most quoted scriptures, one of the most searched for scriptures in the entire Bible. And it comes from Jeremiah 29:11. And it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope," right? One of the most quoted scriptures in the entire Bible. To give you a future and a hope that tomorrow can be better than today. Now, I always got to remind people that when the Lord said that in the Bible, you got to put these things in context. He told them that. You got an amazing future and a hope, but before you get that, you got to go back to Babylon and do the hard stuff, right? Everyone likes to skip over, I got to go do the work and do the hard stuff before I get to the good stuff, right? Yeah. So don't forget that part of the story. But again, a big part of it's just giving people hope. And when you look at our product, it brings hope into people's lives. Man, you know what? Maybe I can go on, I can really take that Disney trip. Maybe I could really go to Hawaii for the first time ever. Maybe I could go to Paris, or I could go to Montego Bay. I could go to, Cancun, right? Maybe I could stay in a 5-star resort, all inclusive. You know what I mean? Maybe that is now possible. And when you ask people, hey, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? I travel. You ask people about their bucket list, right? And on their bucket list are all these travel destinations. Why don't you go? Same answer. Well, can't afford it. And when we show up, maybe for even just a small moment in time, you know what? Maybe I can afford it. You are bringing hope into their life that tomorrow can be better than today. Next year can be better than this year. And then obviously with the opportunity, that also brings hope because so many people are stuck in a rut, right? I'm in this job that, I drive the same work to every day. I do the same things with the same people every day. I got a boss that probably doesn't appreciate me. I ain't been promoted. I ain't gotten a pay raise. I'm not getting a fair shake. I got the glass ceiling or all those other kind of things that go on that,
Yeah.
I'm being told what time to be there, what time to go to lunch. Hey, I
Yeah.
got a kid's ball game. Can I go? No. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, my daughter's had a recital today. Can I go? No. Okay. I'm sorry. You're being told all these kind of things. You're not living life on your terms. You're out there driving to traffic and you're stuck in a traffic jam, sucking on the tailpipe of the car in front of you. You got a boss to spell backwards, double SOB, and you're doing that living paycheck to paycheck. And there's not a lot of hope that next month or next year is going to be any different than this month or this year. And so people kind of find themselves at a point of despair. So they go home and they just drown themselves in TV or alcohol or something else just to try to kind of make it through, right? Living for maybe the weekend. And of course, Friday night's terrific. Saturday night's, Saturday's a lot of fun. And then Sunday, which is a day off, the reality begins to creep in that tomorrow begins the dread all over again. And people just kind of live their life a certain way. And when you show up, you're bringing people that hope that, what, maybe I can make some extra money. I can pay off the bills. I can get rid of the credit card debt. We can buy a nicer car, a nicer house. We can maybe quit the job and do the things we want to do. And so, guys, today I want to give you a little bit of hope about just who we are as a company, what we're doing, where we are in this industry, this amazing industry of travel. I'm going to give you guys some stats that I've never shared before publicly, some things that you guys might get excited by. And we're going to talk about the travel industry a little bit, right? So we keep telling you guys this is the single largest industry in the world. And again, go out and ask people about their bucket list, right? What are the things you want to do before you die? And on that list are all of these travel destinations. And of course, obviously, as a company, we can show people how to save money in all of the normal arenas, right? Now, I want you guys to realize when you look at the global travel and tourism industry, if we go back to the year 2005, that was the first time it actually became a $6 trillion industry. It was the single largest industry in the world at that time in 2005 at $6 trillion. Now, since then, it has become a $10 trillion industry. And this article just came out from Bloomberg Finance. You guys can see the Bloomberg there in the upper left-hand corner, okay? By the year 2033, travel is set to become a $15.5 trillion industry, okay? And I put it in, oops, let me back up here real quick. And I put it in red for a purpose when you read the red. More than 11.6% of the entire global economy. So when people say, what do you do for a living? You are contributing to 11.6% of the entire global economy. Now, I know that we think about technology in Silicon Valley and Apple and what they do is important, and it is. I got my iPhone, but what they do in the magnitude and the size of those industries pales in comparison to what we do and the size of this industry, okay? Now, the article goes on, I put it in yellow on purpose. This represents a 50% increase over its $10 trillion value, excuse me, $10 trillion value in 2019. So, guys, we're not only in the biggest industry in the world, it is expected to absolutely boom by seismic proportions in the next 10 years. Now, you may say, well, why is that? What's driving all of that? And this is an article that I have shared recently and many times. This came out from Fortune magazine. This came out July the 5th, right? 2023, just 5 months ago. And this article says that for the Gen Z and the millennial groups on planet Earth, right? Now, my daughters are millennials. They're 38, 35, and 30. The group younger than them, that's called Gen Z. Now, 2 out of every 3 people on the entire planet, let me say that one more time. 2 out of every 3 human beings on this entire planet fall into this category. They're between the ages of 11 and 42, which means the 42-year-olds are just hitting their peak earning years. Like, for example, my oldest daughter, she just became a principal. This is her first year as the principal of a school. That's obviously a pretty big pay raise, right? Getting into the peak earning years of her career, right? Your people are getting promoted, they're starting to move up, in whatever company, whatever thing they're doing, right? Now, the 11-year-olds are not even going to be there for another 30 years. What it tells you that for the next 50 years, travel is going to absolutely explode and boom. Now, the thing that's important about the article is it's talking about that for 2 out of every 3 people on the entire planet, travel is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. They would rather have experiences than things. They would take a dream vacation before buying a luxury item. And I can tell you that in our household, that is 100% true. It was about 6 years ago when our oldest daughter was 32, our middle daughter was 29, and our youngest, right, was only 24. And they made the declaration. We used to do big Christmases in our house. I mean, Apple laptops, Apple iPhones, iPads. Sometimes we put $1,000 cash in each stocking, right? I mean, you couldn't get anywhere near the tree. Tory Burch boots. I mean, it was crazy, right? I mean, it took me 2 weeks to wrap. I mean, I was like out there like a machine, right? Now my wrapping wasn't pretty, okay, but I was like next, right? And it took forever to wrap all that stuff. And me and Gina would hide everything, and then then obviously Christmas morning they would come, and you just couldn't get anywhere near. I mean, they would walk in the room and their eyes would pop open like, oh my gosh, look at all that stuff. It was piled high, right? I mean, we were serious about Christmas. And they made the declaration, we no longer want things below the tree. We would rather have a dream vacation every year than just a bunch of stuff. And again, it's not because we're in the travel business. They could care less what we do. I mean, this is their Christmas, right? It's just, it's a sign of the times that this is a generation that they prioritize experiences over things. And travel is an important budgetary item. Again, 2 out of every 3 people fall into this category. And I've been sharing this article, and I've been prognosticating what I thought that meant. And here's the article from Bloomberg that came out and said, yep, in the next 10 years, the largest industry in the world at 10 trillion is about to add another $5 trillion. Now, the numbers get so big, it defies the ability to comprehend. In fact, if you ever try to write 10 trillion, you have any idea there's 12 zeros, okay? 12 zeros in a trillion. So try to write 10 trillion or 15 trillion. Try to go figure out that number. Anyway, if we were simply to capture as a company today, 1/4 of 1% of the current market, not the future market, of the current $10 trillion travel industry, if we capture 1/4 of 1%, that would make us a $25 billion company by capturing 1/4 of 1%. Now, if we were to capture 1/4 of 1% of the future, what they believe, number of 15 trillion 10 years from now, that would make us a $38,750,000,000 company. Now, guys, I can tell you that I met David Hart and Daryl back in 1998. We were the company that went to about 100 million in sales. And we had people making $100,000 a month all over the place, right? People were getting filthy, stinking happy. It was unbelievable, right? $100,000 a month, and we were a $100 million company. 1/4 of 1% of the kind of industries that we're going into makes you a $22 billion company. Now, I'm not here suggesting that we're going to become a $22 billion company. What I'm trying to suggest is that, guys, we don't need everybody. We need just the tiniest little fraction of a number of people to say, you know what, that's kind of cool. Man, I really like what they're doing over there. And part of that's an education process. You guys have all seen, or should have by now, I know so many new people get on these calls, the NBC News video. And it was NBC News investigative reports. They're the ones who broke the story that, hey, you think you're price shopping, but you're not, right? You're going from site to site to site. You went to Expedia, you went to Orbitz, you went to Trivago and Hotwire and Travelocity, believing you're price shopping, but you didn't know that 2 companies own every single travel site you can think of, right? They're literally sitting back laughing, going, I wonder who they're going to choose. Because the money's coming all to the same place, no matter who you choose. And of course, you guys see us do these on the presentations. This is my middle daughter. They wanted to go to the Maldives. Expedia site, 10 grand, our site, 6 grand. If we can find 1/4 of 1% who say, you know what, I like the $6,000 price more than the $10,000 price. I think I like what you guys are doing. We're a $25 billion year company, right? That's just 1/4 of 1. I'm not suggesting that's going to happen. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm suggesting that you only need the tiniest little sliver to make that happen. You get 1/4 of 1% who say, man, 1148 Travorium looks better than 1797 at the Crystal Cancun Resort in Mexico. I like the 665 from Travorium versus the 1307 from Priceline at the Paradise Point Hotel in San Diego. And guys, I want you guys to realize that travel has not fundamentally changed in 265 years. So, this is a little piece of history maybe you're not seen yet. But if we go back to 1758, okay, people were going to brick and mortar travel agencies. And the way they priced travel back then is exactly the way they price travel today. The industry has not changed in 265 years. Now, you might be thinking, well, yeah, but Todd, back then we went to brick and mortar. Today we go online. Yes, you went to a brick and mortar travel agency. Today you go to an online travel agency, but you're still going to a travel agency that prices it the exact same way. I mean, this is an industry that's absolutely ripe for change. And of course, sometimes we try to help people understand our model. And sometimes it's easier to describe something that people already understand, right? To help them understand what we're doing. And so I keep referring to us as like, hey, we're bringing the Netflix model to travel. And if you think about Netflix, they came out of a time when Blockbuster Video was king of the hill, right? Blockbuster had, 9,000 stores, 80,000 employees doing 60 billion a year in sales. And of course, Blockbuster charged you every time you rented a movie. Well, Netflix says, hey, we got a better idea. We're going to charge a monthly fee. We're going to sell a membership that allows you to watch unlimited movies. So understand that Netflix doesn't make money selling movies. Netflix makes money selling a membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies, right? What happened next? Well, Blockbuster goes bankrupt, and today Netflix has 247 million members, and they do 32 billion a year in sales. And they've done all that in the $100 billion movie industry. They're not doing that in the soon to be $15 trillion travel industry, guys. And so when you apply the Netflix model to our industry, it means that the company's selling travel without making any money. We don't mark travel up. Instead, we sell a membership, just like Netflix, that allows you to buy travel without any markup, which means I can buy travel for 40, 50, 60, 70% off. And if we can get 1/4 of 1% to say, wow, I like the Netflix model better than the current model, right? 1/4 of 1% of the current market is 25 billion. 1/4 of 1% of it goes to 15 trillion in the next 10 years. That's 38 billion. I'm not suggesting we're going there. Don't anybody misinterpret that. I'm simply trying to point out how small a number we need for every single one of you to go out and make your dreams absolutely unequivocally come true. Now, on the screen right here, I blocked out the names, right? We do these price comparisons, and we're going to be doing one today, right? We do these every day. Me and Daryl have been doing them over and over and over. And that's where we take somebody into the back office. And I want to stress, you cannot record this. You cannot stream this. That's why everything's blacked out, okay? You can't see the names of who I've got on here, but you can tell it's the same room. But today, we're going to do one live where you're going to see everything. We cannot record it. We cannot stream it. You guys can do the exact same thing with every prospect that you ever meet. Understand that we have a demonstrable product, which is unlike what typically goes on in network marketing. So when you look at the network marketing industry, it's a $200 billion industry, growing, getting bigger. More and more people are gravitating to this industry. But in 99% of the companies, you have to buy the product on faith. They cannot prove that it works. This stuff works at the cellular level. Got any proof? Well, the FDA says we can't make any medical claims about this. I understand that it's expensive. I understand it doesn't look very good. I understand it doesn't taste very good. I understand maybe you were in the bathroom all night, all right? But let me tell you what it's done for me. And it's really, really, really expensive, right? I mean, that is the presentation from most companies. That is a tough sale. Guys, we don't have that sale. We say, hey, look, I can take you into my back office right now, something every one of you guys can do with every prospect you ever talk to, as long as you don't record it, as long as you don't stream it onto social media. I can privately take anybody or a group of people. I can have a travel party. Everyone comes to my house. I got 50 people there, and I can put it up on the screen. Where do you want to go, right? First place we're going to go, Las Vegas. We're going to Miami Beach. We're going to London, Tokyo, Venice, Barcelona, Paris, New York, Chicago, LA. City by city, we can do the comparison. People are like, I mean, even when you tell them that we are 40, 50, 60, it doesn't truly register until they see it with their own eyes. So here on the screen, I've got Travorium on the left. I've got the red arrows. If you go to the bottom, you can see at the very bottom of the picture, you can see the Travorium.com. On the right, at the very bottom of the picture, you see the red arrow, Expedia.com. You can tell by the picture, it's the exact same room. Each have a king bed. You can see it's the exact same date. Now, I even have the red arrow for Expedia, because Expedia, our buddies at Expedia, they're looking out for you. They're giving you 35% off, man. They're really taking care of you, right? And so you go look at the Expedia price on the far right-hand side. And it says pay now, right? Because they have a resort fee. So we don't want to compare to the resort fee, right? Because that's not in our price. So we're doing a complete head-to-head. So ignore the 331. That includes the resort fee, which everyone has to pay the resort fee. So the head-to-head is the 154.81 at Expedia, and the exact same room from us is $38.71. If we get 1/4% to say, wow, I like the $38 price better than the $154 price, this Netflix thing makes sense to me. I like that better. 1/4% to give you a hope and a future. Guys, I understand that maybe some of your friends are negative. I understand maybe some of them are skeptical. I've gone through that. Daryl's gone through that. But if you just keep doing the right things, even when the wrong things are happening, you're going to meet the right people. You're going to get your breakthrough, and things are going to happen for you. But more importantly, when you go back over to the far left, right above the $38 price you see on the Travorium page, you'll see where I have got the arrow pointing to the 72% off. Now, guys, when we say something 72% off, we actually mean it, right? I mean, Expedia, it's 35% off, and they're charging $154. I mean, 35% off of what? Well, we were going to really, really rip you off, but now we gave you 35% off, so we're just really ripping you off. We took one of the reallys away. It's just a really rip off instead of a really, really rip off, right? I mean, they're playing these games. You can't trust the numbers. When we show you something 72% off, that big red number right there, we actually mean it. And today at 12 o'clock, okay, 12 o'clock California time, 3 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, that's going to be 2 hours and 38 minutes from now. Daryl, Maria, myself, we're going to be live. We're going to be at, what's the URL? Meetupworldwide.com, right, Daryl?
You got it. Meetupworldwide.com.
And we'll put up the flyer in a moment, guys. So meetupworldwide.com. We'll have that flyer up. We're going to bang it into your head. But at 12 o'clock today, you're going to see us do live presentations. We're going to train you how to do this live, go city by city by city. We can demonstrate that our product actually works. This isn't some theory. This isn't like, well, I hope. This isn't, well, the FDA didn't exactly agree with what I'm telling you. No, guys, not if, not maybe, in your face. Here are the results. Now, once you've established that the 72% is real, which I just did a moment ago because I did the side by side, now we can start to move a little faster, right? Let's hop on over to Miami Beach. 83% off, because people now know that when we say that the suggested retail price here of $6,514 is what other sites are charging, they now know that that's real. Our price, $1,133 versus Expedia, $6,500, guys. Do you like the Netflix model now? All right. I mean, how many people? I would never pay $6,000, but at $1,000, man, I could stay at that place. Exactly. 5-star hotel. I mean, again, travel more, travel better, travel for less. This is the travel better side of it, right? Guys, you can see on the screen, 55% off, 67% off, 64% off, 66% off, 57% off. This industry is long overdue for a change. And 1/4% of what we're doing can absolutely transform your life. We don't need everybody. I don't care if you've talked to 100 people and they all said no. You don't need everybody. 1/4% makes us a $25 billion company, guys. Daryl and Mary and all of us, people are making $100,000 a month and $100 million. I mean, let alone 25 billion. I'm simply trying to show you numbers that, wow, if I just get 1,000th of 1%, my life is going to change forever. So with that, Daryl, I'm going to throw that over to you. That was a little commentary from me at the beginning.
Amen. And now we're going to take a collection from the ushers to come up to the front here and
pass the collection basket.
And while that's happening, we're going to have a selection from the choir. Choir, please come up. Todd was preaching this morning. And guys, he's so passionate about this. And once you learn how to become passionate like he is and like the other leaders are, guys, your life is going to change, because he shared with you without a doubt what we actually have, the marketplace where it is today, where it's going, and you just need to get in front of that. And what we do, Todd, I mean, out of 36 years now in this industry, I've never seen anything this easy. And guys, I'm careful when I use the word easy. Yes, can we show people, and some people act like they Stevie Wonder and they can't see what Todd just showed them. So that is part of it, no question about it. But there's enough people out there that if you keep knocking on the doors, if you keep opening your mouth, you keep going out there, sharing the information, if you stay consistent, there are a bunch of people out there, thousands, there's millions of people, but they're waiting for you. But one of your challenges on the other side of what Todd just talked about is this: you're not giving enough exposures. You're not talking to enough people. You're hoping those one or two that you keep bugging are going to actually sign up in the business. No, you've got to continue to talk to people on a consistent basis every single day. Every one of you could go out today and talk to 5 to 10 people today, Saturday and tomorrow. You could talk to 10 to 20 people within the next 2 days, just sharing them some of the good news that Todd just shared with you. And you don't have to do the presentation like Todd just did. You just got to tell them enough to pique their interest, to get them to take a look at the presentation at 12 o'clock, or one of the subsequent presentations we're going to be doing, or one of the many videos that you can actually share. So that's your job, to get better, piquing people's potential and sharing them. And how do you do this? You need to go watch this video. It is recorded today, over and over again. And over the next week, over the next 2 weeks, over the next 3 weeks, over the next 4 weeks, over the next 5 weeks, etc., you should be able to articulate what Todd just said. Grab the slides that Todd just said, and you need to start disseminating that information to other people. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the video and cut it and just listen to my friend Todd, and I'm going to have him do the work for me 100 times here over the next 30, 60, 90 days. You can do that as well. You don't have to learn it all. All you got to be able to do is point, watch this. Here's my good friend Todd. Even if you don't know Todd personally, this is my business partner. This is my friend. This is what we're doing. Instead of me trying to explain it, I'm going to let my buddy Todd explain it to you. Check this 8-minute video out, and then let Todd go through what he just went to. Mary, are you open to making some extra money and getting involved in an industry that, like what Todd just described to you, an industry that people are excited about, something that everybody wants to do? A lot of people can't do because it costs too much, and now we just fixed that. If that's you, let me get you on the phone with that guy, Todd. Let me get you on the phone with one of the leaders. Let me get you on the phone with so-and-so and get some of your questions answered. You've got to learn how to be the conduit between the peak question and then after the follow-up process. And I think too many of you are missing those steps. Number one, you're not exposing enough people. How do I know that? I don't hear you doing 3-ways with me. A lot of you guys here work directly with me. We're not doing enough 3-ways. So therefore, you're not exposing enough people. How many of you were here 2 weeks ago? Todd wasn't here. Marie and I did the training, the full training that day. And we had the training with the 2 guys up there. And he talked about how he was in for umpteen number of years. Nothing happened. And he finally found a company, went to work. And what did he do to become successful? Anybody remember what the young man went to do over 180 days? To start earning $40,000 a month and higher. How many people? Somebody write it in there. If you paid attention to that, it was pretty simple. But let me know if you guys were there. Somebody remember that training?
I wasn't even there, and I know the answer.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, that's part of the problem. But I bet you could tell us what happened on Netflix last night. You can tell us the new movies that just came out. You can tell us all the other stuff.
New releases, right?
Lorraine got it. 20 no's a day. And everybody was swearing that I will do anything. I will do anything to become successful. I'll do anything, whatever it takes. I'm going to go out and do that. He gave you a simple formula. And I'm not going to ask you, but how many of you have gone out and got 20 no's a day and you started that process? Not even for 180 days, for how about 1 day? And that's the difference between people that succeed and people that don't succeed. The difference between an ambassador or above and somebody that doesn't make a sale, the only difference is the person not putting in the time, not putting in the right amount of time plus the right activity. You're not doing the things that are going to create success. For an example, if we were looking back in the day and I gained a lot of weight, I was putting in the right amount of time plus the right activities to gain a lot of weight. What was that? Eating cereal in the morning, eating burgers, fries, and root beers, and all of that stuff. That's the right activities if you want to gain weight, but it's not the right activities if you want to stay alive, if you want to be in shape, if you want to feel great, and all of those things. And that's the difference here. There's certain things we do and certain things that you want to do to become successful in your life. And Todd just showed you we're in the largest industry on the planet. It's a fun industry to talk about. And all you got to do is learn to expose people every single day. So, guys, think about this. Let me go to the next slide. We already know today the 100% chance of winning. How do I know that? Because that's what I said and that's what I believe. You have to believe what you're actually saying when you get up in the morning. Today's going to be a great day. Smile on your face. I'm telling you, that one little thing, just so simple, takes you 5 seconds to do. Today is going to be a great day. It took me less than 3 seconds to actually say that and to mean it. So say it 2 or 3 different times. But some people won't even do that. And they're wondering, why am I struggling? Why is my business not growing? Why am I not moving forward in life? Because you're not doing the basic things that can create success for your family. Now, here's one of the reasons why you're not doing that. People that are successful develop big reasons. People that are successful develop big reasons. It doesn't matter whether it's with Travorium or whether you went with a tech company or whether you're a pastor of a church or whatever your calling actually is in life. People that are successful develop big reasons. If you can't get to a reason, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to happen. You got to find those big reasons, because here's what happens. If you don't have one, you're going to go out there and you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, and then somebody's going to smack you upside the head. Oh, no, that's one of those type of companies. Oh, no, we don't travel. Or no, we tried some of those. Or my brother-in-law was in something like that and it didn't work out for him. And then that's going to eventually chip away at you. And then you're not going to be here down the road. The things that Todd and I talk about are things to keep you in long enough so that you can create success. And I think it's the easiest that we've ever done before, because it's travel, because it's something that, worst case scenario, what's going to happen? Every year, you're going to be able to take, sometimes we say 1 or 2 vacations, 2 to 3. When you take a look at our travel site, they can save you 20 to 80%, 30 to 80% every time. That's unlimited vacations. You can take 6 or 10 or 20 of those vacations. That's the worst thing that's going to happen to you. And if you know that, the worst thing that's going to happen to you, your life is going to be enhanced because of these trips. The rest of it will fall in place. So let me give you guys something here. I have a huge reason to enroll 2 to 5 people every single month. And once you develop the reasons, big reasons, your life is going to change. So again, some of you don't have a big enough reason to enroll 1, 2, 3 people every single month. When you get to that point, I guarantee you, you will do it. And that's the crux right here. This is when I understood this part right now. People ask, is this a training? Absolutely is a training. And one of the things I learned many years ago, I had a reason. When I started my job, right out of college, I hated it. I saw Alicia Davis in there talking about she's stuck in traffic right now. She hates it. Most people hate that situation. I developed some huge reasons 35, almost 36 years ago to get me in the situation that we're in right this today. And if I didn't have those reasons, and they weren't big reasons, I wouldn't have taken action going out there hunting opportunity, looking for something else. I would have sat down and watched Netflix or, go to the movies or play basketball or do all those things that I used to do all the time. I would have continued to do that and would have ended up average like everybody else, working for 30, 40, 50 plus years, retired dead or dead broke, and not being able to live the life that I deserve. And that's the crux of the whole matter right now. But if you cannot muster up reasons to go out and learn how to pique people's interest, then you're not going to become successful. You're going to take great vacations, but you have to do that. So I'll tell you one more time. I have huge reasons. Some of you will understand this. I have huge reasons every month to enroll 2 to 5 people. And it happens every single month because I have reasons to actually do that. And it's the same reasons why I eat salads more today than I've ever done. Different reasons for different things. But when you develop reasons in your life, your life is going to change. So if you haven't set back and got your why, some people call it a why. I call it reasons, one and the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing's going to happen for you. Every day, you're presented with 2 choices. You can either sit there and watch Netflix when you come home and maybe pick up the phone one time and then fall asleep, drinking or whatever you end up doing at night. And you can continue to do that. Or, ladies and gentlemen, you can evolve. You can say, well, today I'm going to take 15 minutes and I'm going to listen to an audio. Today, before I go to bed, I'm going to read 10 pages of a good book. See, the success that I've had and Todd's had and all the other people that you hear and speak and teach and train every week or on the other leadership calls that you may attend, all of us have become readers. Leaders become readers. Readers become leaders, etc. It's interchangeable. And that's the key thing there. But if you don't evolve, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to continue to repeat. We're at the end of the year right now. And you can look back over the last 11 and a half months and find out, did you meet your goals and expectation? Or did you just say something at the beginning of the year and you just went out, well, I'm going to try, I'm going to see if this is going to work. No, you don't want to do that. Guys, you need to put your expectations in place. You can become in anything that you want to become, but you're going to have to find a mentor. You're going to have to find a leader. You're going to have to find someone that's going to hold you accountable, because most people aren't doing the rudimentary things that you need to do to create success. And with Travorium, it's not complicated at all. It is not. So you either are evolving, going to another level. If you look at me today, I've evolved over those 35 plus years, 36 years in this industry. I've evolved on purpose. I got the messaging. I took the classes. I went to the seminars. I read the books. I listened to the audios, and I evolved over time to get in the situation that we're in right now. But you have to understand, you either repeat or you either evolve or you're going to repeat. People that don't know your why or your reason, you need to write it down. I was going over this with my daughter. She's launching her business tomorrow. And again, the same things I go through with everybody else, I still have to go through with my kids. I ask her to write it down. I want to know your reasons, your why you're going to put time in this. And I said, when you do this and I get all this information, guess what? I'm going to remind you, if I see you slowing down, if I see you, going off course and going away from your goals and objectives, if I see that, then I'm going to let you know, were you serious? Or were you just kidding around when you told me that you're tired of corporate America? You're tired of being told what to do, when to do, and being in traffic. Were you serious, or were you just kidding around? Every single person I ask that, they say, no, I was serious. Well, then here's what you need to do. But if I don't know your reasons, if I don't know your why, if Todd doesn't know your reasons or your whys, if the Coach D or Keith or any of the other leadership or your sponsor, if they don't know your reasons and you just sign up, oh, I'm just going to be all over the place, nothing is going to happen for you. I'm just being real. This is real Saturday today. We got a lot of stuff going on here right now. So write it down and share it with someone else. Number 2, repeat it multiple times a day. You have to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. You have to remind yourself, whether it's to just get your 3 and that you're getting the services for free, or whether you want to go ambassador and get 188 on left and 188 on the right platinum. You have to remind yourself. Then you have to 3, shout it out to the world. Start letting people know, guys, my life is changing. I'm not going to do it starting January. It's starting right now. Because again, you could wait to January, but you've done that before. And what has happened for you? Not much. You can start reading 10 pages of a good book today. You can start listening to 15 minutes of a good audio today. You have to decide, make a decision, have those reasons. The decision becomes easy when you have those reasons. Your life is going to change. This helps you stay focused. No question about it. I just got a couple more slides to do, but we're going to click on the next slide right now here in just a second. Your success is equal to the right amount of time plus the right activities. Guys say that all the time. And I've been saying this for 35 plus years. Your success is equal to the right amount of time plus the right activities. What is the right amount of time? What are the right activities? So I want some of you guys right now to help me out as we close this out. What are some of the right activities that you should be doing daily if you're looking at becoming financially free? If you're looking at building a financial fence around your home that nothing can penetrate? What are some of the things you could be doing daily to help you and your family make sure that this time in 2024, a year from now, that your Christmas is unlimited if that's what you want to do. Your giving is unlimited if that's what you want to do. Your health is amazing if that's what you want to do. You know, you're doing things that you probably never would have done before. But what are some of the things regarding our business and even health? I want to add that too, because that's important. You got to have health. What are some things you can do in health that will help you become healthier over the next 12 months? And you're going to start right now. What are some of the things you can do with our business that can help you become successful right now? Has anybody heard of a site, learnthistraining.com? You know, here's what typically happens. People go there, whoa, it's great, a lot of great information here, and they'll look at one or two things and they'll never come back. You know, they'll never come back. They'll never go through the process. But you'll go to college and spend 20 to 30,000 a year, and you'll do everything those people tell you to do. Get the books, study at night, turn off the TV to graduate and get a job, you know, making 20, 30, 40 grand, getting back into the rat race again over and over. But here you can do something that can create a financial fence around your home that nothing can penetrate. So again, what are some of the things? Talk and share the business daily. Do you think if you were brand new and you didn't know what to say, if you did that every single day, in another week or two or month or two or 4 or 5 months from now, you'd be pretty good doing that? How many would agree that anything that you do consistently over time, and you have a mentor and a coach kind of monitoring you, making little slight adjustments, you would be much better 90 days from now? I'm here to tell you guys, it's in your hands. You have the ability to create success. You have the ability to create money. You have the ability to, which is more important, to even help so many other people get those first two things I just talked about. But are you going to take the right amount put the right amount of time in, plus the right activity? So again, I'm not going to go up through any of that stuff. Follow-up calls, all those things you guys are saying there is very appropriate. Now, the key is, are you doing it, and are you doing it consistently? So last slide, I'll close it out here, is there are 3 things that go through a prospect's mind when you're recruiting them. Is it simple? Can I do this? Can I make money doing this? Todd just gave you some golden nuggets on what this industry is about, how big it is. He even showed you, and we're going to show you at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock East Coast time today, the differences. Maria just popped up one more. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that just changed automatically. How did that work? Yeah. Somebody pressed the button. Okay. Again, is it simple? Can I do this? Can I make money doing this? That's what's in the minds of the prospect. And if you break it down simply, like Todd and I break down, some of the other leaders break down, you're going to figure out this is something that anybody can actually do. Anybody can actually do that. We have a company, we make a fortune showing other people how to save a fortune when they travel. Guys, that is as rudimentary as it gets. We make a fortune helping other people save a fortune when they travel. Or again, your belief is not at the fortune level yet. We make money showing other people how they can save money every time that they travel. That's what we do, and you just need to share that with the world every single day. That is it. It is not more complicated than that. And your skill sets, by going out, sharing this information with other people, is going to help create a financial fence around your home that nothing can penetrate. The biggest challenge that you're going to run into is the person that you see in the mirror every day. Guys, it is the biggest challenge out there. It's you. And when you can get yourself out of the way, your life is going to change. Again, what you don't change, You're choosing. If you want to make money and you want to become an ambassador, but you're not putting in the right amount of time plus the right activities, you're choosing to stay stuck in whatever situation you're in right now. And the good thing is you don't have to. You can make a change instantly. Right now, today, you can draw a line in the sand and say, hey, today is going to be different. I'm going to read 10 pages of that good book. I'm going to listen to 15 minutes of that audio today. And by doing that, that's how Todd has become the human AI. That's how I think now. When I talk to people and they don't sign up, it simply bounces right off me. I don't think about it for a day or two or a week or two. By reading those books, learning the philosophies of successful people, that's the type of things you're going to learn to be able to handle challenges and situations unlike unsuccessful people. And Todd, that's it, man. We sponsor people. We talk to people every single day. Some say yes, some say no. But by sending out a simple text, ladies and gentlemen, or talking to somebody in the restaurant or wherever you're at, piquing their interest can change their life. Marie and I just signed up 2 platinums just yesterday with a simple text we sent out. And I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to turn it back over to Todd, and I'm going to see if Marie and I can bring that back up. Marie's typing something in for the group chat. But two platinum members. One lady has an organization and a nutritional company. Over 1,000 people in her group just signed up, her and her husband, last night at platinum. And the other guy is a coach. On our Thursday meeting, Marie and I had to get off early. They had 55 parents that were on there, and they had their regular baseball meeting. It was only half of the group because it was only the small kids. The other 5 or 6 teams and their parents weren't even on this one. And there were 55 people on there that got to see a little bit about who we are, what we do, and how we can benefit them. And the coach said, I'm signing up first, and which is smart. And now we're going to be going through the organization. How do we do that? I'm going to show you the text we sent out, and I'm going to show you the process of the 5 steps you can actually go through if we have a few more minutes. But Todd, that's it, man. That's on my heart today. And people just got to be active. People just got to take it serious. And it's something that anybody can do. If I can do it, literally anybody can do it. If you can do it, literally anybody can do it. Don't judge Todd on where he is today. He tells you the story about who he was back in the day and the failures he did. He worked his way to success, and you can do the exact same thing.
Well, you were talking about reasons. And again, congratulations. You signed up 2 people yesterday. I mean, some guys, Dale and Maria, they're walking the walk. They're not just on here, blah, 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 blah. And there's a lot of trainers out there ain't signed people up in years, and they're telling you how to do it. I mean, signed up 2 people yesterday. They're rank advancing. They're growing. Their teams are winning. Their teams are succeeding. They got people below them that are succeeding, and they're going to pull up the exact text they sent here in just a moment. But I want you guys to realize they get hundreds of no's, right? You're talking about 20 no's. You probably think, well, yeah, Daryl, I mean, he's so articulate, and Maria, I mean, they're incredible. Yeah, that's true. But they didn't start that way. But even though he's articulate, they're incredible, right? They still get more people saying no than yes. The only difference between you are where you are and where they are is what Daryl said a moment ago, the right amount of activity, times the right amount of time. It's just a process, right? You're going to improve your skill, and you have to collect more no's, because you can't say the right thing to the wrong person or say the wrong thing to the right person. That gentleman I listened to this morning, I was running on the treadmill, listening to the podcast. He's the guy that actually lives in Belgium. His team has done over 500 million in sales. Okay. He worked at the post office, made $28 his first month, right? But he was a guy that when somebody called up, he'd only met the guy one time, Daryl. And the guy called up and he says, hey, we only met one time, but I see a lot of potential in you. And here's this guy struggling, had trouble paying the bills, because the guy called me at the exact right time. Yeah. And I mean, I was at a moment. I was ready. I was receptive. No one had ever believed in me before, right? And so again, if you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You simply have to go out and talk to more people. Now, Daryl was talking about having reasons to go out and do these things, right? Guys, January 1 is only 20 something days away, right? I mean, we're all gonna be going, Happy New Year. And so he's talking about writing down the reasons. Don't wait until then. Begin the process now. Begin the process of 10 pages of a good book, right? Don't be one of those people, well, January 1 will get going. Guys, we had a record week this past week, bigger than any December we've ever had. Sales are coming in every single day. But here's the point I want to bring up, because I brought up the slide. And this is the only slide I want to show. How many of you have ever been on an airplane? If you've been on an airplane, write in the chat, yes, I've been on an airplane. So I'm going to wait for you guys to kind of respond here. So if you've been on an airplane, put in the chat, yes, I've been on an airplane. Now, when you got on the airplane, the flight attendant said, please put on your seatbelt. I want to know how many of you that when they told you to put on your seatbelt, you put your seatbelt on. Okay. So most of you have been on an airplane, you got on there, you put your seatbelt on. Okay. Now, if that plane goes down, the chances of that seatbelt helping you in any way, shape, or form are probably 1/4%, right? But you put your seatbelt on because there's a 1/4% chance this might help me. Now, if you write down your goals, they have proven it's up there on the screen. You have a 43 times greater chance of having your dreams come to fruition. You'll put a seatbelt on for a 1/4% chance, but you won't write down what you want for a 43 times greater chance to have your dreams come true. I mean, whose side are you on? And so, anyway, just want to kind of point that out because you're talking about the reasons, talking about the goals. We got January 1 coming, guys. Let everybody else be the people out there that don't write it down, right? Only 3% have clearly defined written goals. It's not that it's hard to do. There's no lack of pen and paper. You can even go, Siri, write down my goals. I mean, it's easy. Let everybody else be the people who don't do it, not this group, especially this group that's showing up here on Saturday, every Saturday. You guys are the ones, every one of you, man. Todd, I'm writing my stuff down right now. I am going to be one of the 3%. I'm reading 10 pages of a good book today. I'm going to be one of the 5%. I'm doing 15 minutes of audio today. I am the exception. I am the one that I am going to do those things that appear to make no difference at all, but repeated over time make all the difference in the world. So, Daryl, you guys got your text that you want to share, everybody?
Yeah, this is the one that got both of these individuals. And again, I want to preface what Todd just said, guys. I get lots more no's than you guys. And the reason is I talk to a lot more people. It just doesn't affect me. It used to cause me challenges and issues until I realized that was not going to put me in the hospital, et cetera. But guys, here, I'm gonna read the text and I'm going to show you the 5-step document here. Again, if you haven't gone here and if you just looked at it one time, you don't understand it. This is, you got to be like LeBron, you got to be like Kobe was, and you got to study this stuff. Guys, there's so many clues out there. If you have kids that play sports and how tough you are on your kid, hey, you better go there and practice. I'm spending this money and you're not practicing and you're not putting in the extra time, you're on your videos. Well, you could say the same thing about you. Your kids should switch and say the same thing about you. You've got to put in time and effort. But this is a text that we sent out. And again, I know some of you are going to say, oh, well, my son didn't play baseball, so I can't say that. You can easily translate this and change it. And I'll give you an example. I just sent out, these are people that one of the lady that signed up, that Todd and I and Maria did a Zoom with yesterday, and I'd been talking to her Maria and I've been talking to her about a week and a half, 2 weeks prior. They went on a business trip. And then I said, hey, next step here, Todd, can you get on the Zoom? I want to introduce you to somebody. And Todd and I and Maria, closed the deal yesterday. But this was the text I sent to her husband and the coach that signed up. This is the exact same text right here. When our son played baseball, we were spending a fortune on hotels and car rentals until we found out about this. Now we travel more, better, and for less. Even our vacations are top shelf every year. Someone thought enough of us to share this, and now we're doing the same. I would love to share this with you. I didn't know one of those persons. The other person I haven't talked to probably in 5 or 10 years, but that was the text that caused them, show me what you've got. I want to see what you've got. So if you didn't have a son or daughter that played sport, when my son played baseball, we were spending a fortune on hotels. When I was, you could change it to what, when 10 years ago, I didn't travel because it cost a fortune to travel. And I didn't stay at 3 and 4 star type of hotels. You can just tweak it a little bit. But I think that the most important part, this is my opinion only, is someone thought enough of us to share this. And now we're doing the same. I would love to share this with you. I think that's the most critical part. So we're going to open up the download here. Here. And again, guys, you can make changes on this. I give you a couple of scripts to use. Todd has 5 million that he uses. Marie and I have 5 million others that we use as well. But let me go ahead and read this. So Maria, if you can read it, start at the top. Because guys, this is what you should be focused on. People say, are you training? Are you training? Yeah, this is the training stuff. All the stuff we've shared to you is training. No, start right there.
Okay, I need the mic.
They can hear
Can
you.
you guys hear me okay? Just want to make sure
You sound
guys
great.
can hear me. Okay, awesome.
This is a good mic. You can be across the room.
Okay. You must be consistent. Some of your prospects will say yes. Some of your prospects will say no. Some will, some won't. So what next? You are sharing information that will enhance the lives of everyone you know. If they don't understand, that's their challenge and loss, not yours.
Guys, read, Marie's not going to do that, but read that again when you go back there, because you have got to have that mindset. Some will, some won't. So what next? It's their challenge if they don't want to save 30 to 80%, which means they don't mind spending it, or they're just too stupid to understand that you, as a friend, as a brother, as a sister, as a dad, as an uncle, or somebody, that you do have something viable to share with them. So make sure you go and analyze every word we say here.
The worst thing that will happen to you while going through this journey is you will take 2 to 4 incredible vacations every year for the rest of your life, stay at top shelf hotels and resorts at prices that will put a smile on your face.
Question to everybody, how many of you realize that you can use the wholesale travel site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? How many of you realize you can use that and you can save 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80%? So when we say 2 to 4 incredible vacations, guys, it could be 10 to 20. It just depends on you. But you guys realize you have unlimited access to the wholesale. So we're not talking about world tours. We're not talking about getaways. We're just talking about everything. And those numbers can be cute. Could be huge. Todd, you see how I did that? Go ahead.
These experiences will help keep you moving forward until you win financially and help many others experience that lifestyle.
Okay.
Master the steps below and create your dream life. Step number 1, time to create a brighter future. Spread the word to everyone you know without hesitation. Do not prejudge anyone. You are not God. Text everyone this or any other compelling verbiage you have access to.
Okay, guys, right there. Quit trying to pick the people you think. That is the biggest challenge. I've said this for 36 years, and you still get off and, well, no, Mary wouldn't want to do this. Tom wouldn't want. Guys, we didn't know Danny was going to do what Danny was doing. Danny was doing all kinds of stuff, but we still shared the information with him, and we're glad we did. And a year later, he sponsored someone that sponsored someone that brought, France in. The whole country has come in. So again, listen. Do not prejudge. You don't care if they say yes. You don't care if they say no. You just want to let them know. If you opened up an Italian restaurant or whatever type of restaurant, let's just say Italian restaurant, you want to let everybody know that you just opened up an Italian restaurant. You don't care if they come or not. Of course, you want them to come. You just want to let them know what's happening so they won't say, well, how come you didn't tell me you opened up a restaurant? I would have come and checked that restaurant out. So you just want to let everybody
That
know.
sounds like our relatives.
Yeah, that sounds like some of my relatives there. So again, quit tripping on who you think and who you want. They might say no, and you might be right, but you might be wrong. And that's the big point.
All right, here's the verbiage. Just stumbled upon an incredible travel hack that will save you a fortune. If you're planning to travel in the next 12 to 24 months, or you want to travel, you have to see this. Or you can text Literally discover the most incredible way to save insane amounts on travel. Let me know if you're going to travel or you want to travel in the next 12 to 24 months. You have to see this.
So make it clear, guys, you do not have to use that. Those are interchangeable. You can put anything that you want in there. There's millions of scripts that you guys got. Those were just two. At the time we wrote this, we put in there.
Am I going on? Okay.
Yeah.
Step number 2, for those who respond positively, reply with fantastic. When can you commit 30 minutes or put the time of your favorite video that you send to watch a game-changing recorded video that reveals it all? This needs your full attention. I promise you will be glad you did. Step number 3, once they commit to a time, send this link, bettertraveldeal.com or your video of choice along with this message.
Todd has an amazing video out there.
That's right.
11 minutes. It is
Travorium.com/presentation.
Whichever video you use, you'll interchange in there and then go through this process. This is a track to run on.
Watch this video ASAP. Something big is happening in travel right now, and we're at the beginning. I've never been this excited about anything before. This put a smile on my face. Prepare to travel more, travel better, and spend less.
This is all texting, and you can text this or you can actually call the people, but this is all texting right here.
That's right.
For the scaredy cats out there.
Once you review the video today, I will follow up with you and introduce you to the person that shared this with me. He or she has an amazing story you're going to want to hear.
I used to be one of those scaredy cats first year.
We all did. Step number 4, when it's follow-up time, I'll join you on a call. Your only job on the call is to be excited with lots of energy and introduce me or whomever is your support system. Hey, Bob, did you watch the video? If they say yes, you say, now you know why I'm excited and losing sleep. Bob, I want to introduce you to Daryl Roberts, Todd Strand, Coach D. They are my mentor and coach. He and his wife, Maria, were the ones who produced the video you just watched, or you can, whatever that you want to say.
Video, but if it's ours,
Yep,
you can definitely
that's right.
use this. If it's Todd, you can say #1 income earner
That's
at the
right.
company, or if it's somebody else, you can say whatever.
Just know that you can interject and put some of this stuff in
Yeah.
there. You know,
This
he
is
is
the
one of
guy.
the top income earners in the world. They live at resorts. They visit home. Daryl's been with Travorium for 7 years and can answer any question you may have. He's been a tremendous help to me. Daryl, say hello to Bob. Now your job is complete. All you have to do, sit back, listen, and learn. Just be excited.
Or Todd tell you to go make a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. So step number 5, as we close out here, repeat steps 1 through 4, 25 to 50 times in your first 30 days. Continue to repeat steps 1 through 4 until you go through every contact you have in your phone and on social media. In 60 days or less, you'll be earning more money than you're spending, and you'll be on your way to residual income. You will achieve time and financial freedom within 36 to 60 months if you are committed to success, follow the plan, plug into the schedule consistently, and take action. Let's see some hearts. Make sure you visit the training site right here that we're at right now, learnthistraining.com, several times a week. Watch the videos often, take notes, apply the knowledge that you learn. This is network marketing, not Netflix marketing. What you don't change, you choose.
Okay, just go back to the site and learn this training. Okay, so again, guys, that is just a roadmap for brand new people that I don't know what in the hell to do. I don't, what can I do? That is for you. And for some of you that even been around, now you have a road to a map to kind of follow, yellow brick road. And again, you can tweak any of those things to put whatever you want in there. Or if you're working with Alicia Davis, you can put, Alicia Davis is, she's a bus driver and now she's taking 1,800 trips a month in this company, whatever the case is. So you can tweak some of those things.
Okay, so one of the questions is, how can you have access to this script? Well, you have to go to learnthistraining.com, and then all you do is click right here on this PDF, click on it, and then you'll have access to a PDF. You can copy and paste, rewrite a couple things if it's easier for you to have that script. Okay, so now you have that script. We answered it live. Okay, there we go. That's done.
Okay, so we've got Jeff, for just calling me right in the middle of a training. Jeff, say hi to everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Oh
What up,
my
Jeff?
goodness.
Todd said, "What's happening, Jeff?" Oh, you're okay. Well, hey, I'll call you back when we get done. All right, buddy. All right. I'm putting you on the spot, man.
Yeah. So, by the way, Joe was outlining you when you were breaking down the script, the message you sent to the baseball team, and you were breaking down what you thought was the most important part. To me, the most important part of it was the fact that you started a conversation, guys. I don't care how you start the conversation, right? The very fact that you took action, the very fact that you reached out to someone, right? And as you read the whole thing that Maria went through, guys, it's not the exact words. It's just kind of a guideline, kind of a process, right? I'm going to send an
Yes.
invitation, and I'm going to get them a video, I'm going to get them a phone with somebody else, right? You're peeking, you're passing, you're plugging, you're following up. But the number one thing is that you're starting conversations. And I know that we're getting toward the end of the hour here. I just want to remind everybody, this is the number one time of year to start a conversation. Why? Because you can reach out and simply say, happy holidays. How have you been? How long has it been? It's been 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It does not matter how long it's been because it's the holidays. You can reach out, be a human being first, marketer second, but you started a conversation. Guess what? 15 days from now, you get to reach out again and say, Merry Christmas. Hope you and your family had an unbelievable Christmas. You get to reach out again. Happy New Year. You get to reach out again. Hey, did you set any New Year's goals or resolutions? You get to reach out again. Hey, are you open to making more money this year than you made last year? Right? That's going to be the number one question you guys all can ask. And about 20 days. Are you open to making more money in 2024 than you made in 2023? Because it's on everybody's mind. Every single person's got that somewhere in their mind at the beginning of January, right? They all kind of went through the at least mental exercise. A lot of people don't write it down, but they're kind of, how do I make this year better than last year? And then finally, one other great invitation script. I want to give all the credit to Mark Robinson. Daryl Marino, Mark well too. But hey, have you heard about a company called Travorium yet? I mean, sometimes it's just that simple. It gets a conversation started. Have you heard about a company called Travorium yet? And so something simple that gets the dialogue going back and forth, right? To me, that's the most important part of now the rest, follow the script. So again, invitations, they got a bunch, we got a bunch, right? The most important thing is some of you have one that's even better what we shared. To me, the most important part is that you invite, right? Invite, and divorce yourself from the results because it's about them and not about you. It's about their timing, not yours. And just like the interview I heard this morning with the guy from Belgium, it was the right time for him. Me and Gerald talked to a guy last night, William. He's a guy that me and Gene are signing up today. He lives in Columbus, Ohio. Huge shout out to William. He's signing up today. Guys, I mean, Daryl, how many times do you say that? Man, you caught me at the perfect time. You caught me at a time. The guy was simply open, right? I had a lady to this morning, wrote me back. Yeah, not for me. I mean, send her the video. She wrote back, not for me. I get more not for me's than you caught me at the perfect time, but I keep inviting. And I know that it's not personal. Now, by the way, Daryl, I don't know. I just saw David Hart's name pop up here. I don't know. We may have our CM founder on here.
Yeah.
And if so, Dave, we're going to invite you to come on. And one thing I wanted to kind of close on, guys, is that we're getting ready to leave for the ambassador. We're going to be leaving tomorrow. And I mean, guys, not only are they putting us up in a 5-star resort,
Wow.
not only did they give everyone $1,000 airfare credit to fly out there, not only are they taking us to shows and dinners and brunches, not only are they taking everyone shopping at Louis Vuitton, but we opened up our back offices and there was over $2,300 in cash. Hey guys, have a great time. Go spend some money. I mean, in addition to everything else, here's $2,300 extra dollars, guys. There's not a company on the planet that does what we're doing. We're doing things that no company has ever done before. And David, do we have you with us?
Yes, I'm
Hey,
here.
there
How
he
you
is.
guys doing?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. It's the middle of the day. We've been burning daylight for quite some time. It's up for 6 hours today. How's everybody doing this day?
Excited. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. Hey, in the message chat for those people that were here for the call, did you guys receive value from the presentation today? And did you learn more about Travorium? Did it help grow your belief? And was there a statement made that could help you succeed in business? Just want to kind of get some interaction from the people that are on the call with us today.
Somehow I got paid yesterday. Woohoo! Absolutely. Ready to go, Carolyn.
That's phenomenal. So as you guys are all interacting and just sharing, you know, hey, did I learn anything today? That's a yes. Did I have my belief levels built a little more today listening to Maria, Daryl, and Todd in regards to Travorium, the product, the value proposition we have with our product? Did I learn something that could be applicable in my life outside of just building Travorium? Because you know, every Saturday you guys come on to this training, and there's things that are applicable in your life that go far beyond just building your Travorium business. And you can apply all these things that you learn just to be a better person, how to communicate better, how to be more effective. And the more you grow, the more you learn, the more you're equipped you are to be successful in business, not just in Travorium. I mean, in all your business doings. But for sure, I mean, in regards to Travorium, let's see, I've been an entrepreneur. I almost hate to say it, 40 years. So March, I mean, I started my business right out of high school. I had a little part-time car wash and detail business. And, you know, the reality is that, you know, as I started that business, it was a complete learning process. I remember the day having to answer the phones, the name of my company. And I didn't even know how to do that. I'm like, hey, what am I supposed to say when a customer calls me? And so I remember getting a piece of paper, I would write it down, and then I would read that statement. Now that sounds kind of crazy, right? But we all start at different levels and places in business. So, you know what? I want to encourage you guys to just be coachable, dive into the idea that you got to grow, because at the end of the day, you'll be a better person for it. The other thing that I would tell you guys is that this business and finding success is just choice. It really is just a choice. You know, all these years of being in business and being an entrepreneur, it's just having the self-discipline and putting the priority first. So many people in life find excuses and reason whys not to do the action steps that are required to be successful. You guys are being taught the action steps from the top leaders of our company. They're telling you on every time they get on a Saturday call what to do. Every time they do calls with you and your downline. Every time they do trainings. Every time we have an event. Everybody's being taught the action steps on how to be successful. So at the end of the day, it just becomes choice. And that choice, what's going to happen? And your discipline is going to create results. Either you like the results or you don't. But if you continue making right choices and being disciplined over time, you will build a business. You will attract those people that are interested in the Travorium opportunity. You will attract those people that are looking for a better way in life. You will attract those people that want to create daily residual pay. You will find people in your business that say, hey, I want to be involved in travel in the way that Travorium does it. I just like it. And so if you continue to do the action steps over a period of time, you're going to run across the people that'll say yes. And for everybody, timing's different for everybody. Daryl said no to Todd and I for years before he got involved. Danny signed up in the business, said yes, but didn't do anything for more than a year. I remember sitting out in the parking lot at our corporate offices, and Daryl telling me, going, if I could just get this guy to listen to me and just like put me on three-ways with people, he will be a stud. So you never know. I mean, we have story after story of our leaders where timing wasn't right. Then you run across people that put out an immense amount of energy that came into Travorium with years of experience, and their business explodes. In 13 months, they're 2-star ambassadors, and their wives are 1-star ambassadors. But they paid the price somewhere else. And then they got here and they knew the action steps on what to do, and they focused right away and went after it. And then you have people that have been here for a long time that had to go through the bumps, the grinds, the arrows in the back in building the business as we put together the culture and the foundation. You may have not wanted to have been one of those people. Most people can't do that. Todd Strand, I'm talking about you. You know, he's had to go through the grind, the process, the arrows in the back, along with Daryl and Maria. The people today, when they look at our company, and it is just, I mean, there's a value proposition here that when you compare our travel club against, there is no other travel club on the planet for the rates that we charge that gives you access to what we do. Nowhere on the planet. To even come close, you're spending 25 to 50,000 up front and a couple of grand a year on maintenance fees. It doesn't have a compensation plan. You're tied in with a loan with it, and you can't get out of it. And when you die, your family inherits the debt. With us, not only is there a comp plan tied to it, the diversity that we have and the different places that you can travel sets us apart. The ability for you to quit your membership at any time. I mean, that may be a little derogatory. I'm not trying to be derogatory, but there's no gotcha here. There's no, oh, wow. It is wide open. And then the big opportunity is look at all the people around the world that are trying to figure out a way to make an additional income or replace their income or just have control of time and money. The business side of our business, it's $79 a year to be a partner in our company. $79 a year, and you get access to the potential to go out and build a global business. So, and I just want to encourage you all that took time on your Saturday to hang out with these champions and learn from them. You are doing the right things. You are doing the things that's going to create success. Early on, when I met Daryl and Todd, when I met Todd and Daryl, we were a lot younger back then. Todd looked like he was about 15 years old. It's really funny. We're looking at some of the pictures of Todd Strand back in the day. And Todd, you're like 27 years old. That picture that we were in Madrid, Spain, that you and Gina had.
Yeah.
Or Gina had the picture and she showed it of the two of you guys. You know, I think you were 27 at the time or 26. You look like you were about 16 still in high school.
Yeah, I'm pretty young. I look young.
What a great picture. You know, where am I going with this? So basically they at one point they were brand new in the industry too, and they were students and they were where you were at. But the difference is that they were hungry and learning the skill set required to be successful. The difference is once they learned the skill set, they put that skill set into action. And that's what they're trying to share with you. And you have phenomenal mentors that are going to give away the secrets of becoming successful in our business. And it just requires action. And a mental toughness is the same in all entrepreneurial type endeavors or businesses. You're going to get rejected. You're going to have people judge you for doing this or doing that. And you know what? That's a point for you to do two things. One, you can shrivel and quit, or two, you can learn from the experience. And the learning process is just, hey, how do I explain the business different so I don't offend people? How do I understand that not everybody's going to say yes? So at the end of the day, it just boils down to choice. Choice to take action, choice to listen to the right people, choice on your activities throughout your week. Are you going to choose to work your business, or are you going to choose to goof off? I was reading an article on how much time is spent on social media, and oh my gosh, the time wasted on hours a day wasted on social media doing this, sliding through. My Facebook account, which is where I used to spend all my social media time, got hacked, and Facebook decided to shut it down. I haven't turned it back on. It's been more than a month. And you know what? That's some productive time. You can use social media to build your business. Just be smart when you're on social media. Just want to share that with you. I guess the other thing is we all talk, you guys all confirmed value of your time spent being on the calls, things that you've learned. You believe that this business, this training is going to help you become more successful. It does reinstill your beliefs in the business, the product, and the people you're following. Now, I want you to think about this. Who on your team needed to be on this call? If you want to become successful in our business, you have to understand that you have to learn to promote events like this. So it's not just about you getting on the event. It's about who on your team can you get on the event. Because sometimes when you're talking to your team, you can't be everything to everybody. And it's okay to admit that we need help. We need other people to help us inspire the opportunity, help us inspire more about the value of our product, help us inspire, help other people, help our team be inspired by a skill set of a leader that's gone through it and done it many times. So that's just my thought coming on here today. I think you guys do an incredible job. And if you're a partner listening in, whatever rank you are, I want to encourage you that you've done the right things by being here today, and write down what you learn, make it applicable in your method of daily operation this week coming up, and create those habits, and always make good choices that allow you to move forward in business.
Yeah, as you were talking, Dave, it was a great quote I wrote down from Brian Carruthers, a guy you know, and he just said it a certain way. I mean, it's, we've said it before, but I just never heard it quite put this way, and I wrote it down. And it says, success is a decision. I know you're going to love that, Daryl. Success is a decision followed by daily choices. Decide to succeed, then it's the daily choices that you make, right? Every day to do the right things. Am I going to, invite some people to look at the opportunity, or I'm not? And if you do it every day, right, make the daily choice, you're going to get the results, right? You're going to read 10 pages of a good book, or you're not. You're going to listen to 15 minutes of audio, or you're not. You're going to eat an apple today, or you're not. You're going to floss your teeth, or you're not. You're going to set some goals, or you're not. You're going to get on the plug in all the different Zoom presentations, or you're not, right? It's simply a decision followed by daily choices, and you make that choice every day.
Wow.
Yeah. My goal to get on the call was just to basically edify what you guys are doing on a regular basis, and to encourage the people with the time and energy that they're spending here being coachable. It's one of the action steps that creates success.
What's amazing, I mean, it's just again, 35 plus years in this industry on a full-time basis. And there's no other CEO that does what David does. And this is the second or third time he's been on, and probably the last, month and a half or so, just adding, his value to what we do. So guys, we're very fortunate. We're very lucky. This does not normally happen. So they have people doing their own thing, and he can do his, but Dave wants to come on and share with you guys. So Dave, it's a blessing to have you on with us today. And again, it just helps us become better. Appreciate you, man.
Daryl, appreciate you, and appreciate Todd and Maria, all that you guys do, and exciting that you guys are always giving it away on how to be successful. So is my screen showing up there on the page at all?
Yeah, it says Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, David Adela Hart doing a training.
No. It's not David and Adela Hart.
It's showing up perfect.
We're starting our ambassador training program, which just brings tremendous value to the world tours. And so on select world tours all over the world, we will have a top leader training and giving their insight for a half a day on one of the days on the world tours. And well, I just want to encourage you, you want to go to these. I mean, our big events coming up are phenomenal. I love those. And you get a different perspective. You're going to get, the business is going to get into you from an emotional point of view, because you're going to see and hear stories, and you're going to realize that, wow, this is incredible. Flip side, on our world tours and having a top leader spend intimate time with you with a class of about 20 to 50 people, where you get to interact and ask questions about how to be successful, I believe is going to be the most valuable way for you guys to find success in our business. I mean, imagine going through a 4-hour training with Todd and Gina Strand, the top income earners in our business, 5-star ambassadors.
Wow.
and just picking their brain on how to be successful. It's like in front of them. You know, anytime you can get in front of people that are finding this kind of success, you got to do it. And then, by the way, they're on the world tour too. So during that time, you're going to be able to get the opportunity to like build the relationship with them personally. And you know what? Exchange numbers. And hey, guess what? They're on, you know, when you spend time with people and build relationships with people, guess what? They want to help you more. And you want to be taught more. You want to, it's just the way life works, right? Daryl and Maria, when they have their ambassador trip and they're out there training and helping, you want to be part of that. You want to learn from the best, and you want to be able to do it upfront and personal. And that's another antidote on finding success. So this is coming up. We have the first 10 people to buy the Puerto Vallarta trip, get it for $299.
So not $3.99 on the screen, but $2.99.
Yeah, I slid the screen down. Hopefully you can see that there, Todd. It's in the back office. And so the first 10 people to book rooms get it for $299 after they apply their points to the platinum level.
Yeah.
Normally it's $399. This is 5 days, all inclusive. You definitely want to take advantage of it. It is in March 13th through the 17th in Puerto Vallarta. It's going to be a phenomenal event. Yeah,
and guys, I was going to just add one thing. Everything that Dave was just saying, guys, we're going to be eating breakfast together, lunch together, dinner together. We're going to be hanging out in the pool together. Bring your phones. We'll do videos together. We'll call your prospects together. Hey, we're at the swim up bar. Thinking of you. Hey, say hi to my buddy Todd. Oh my gosh, wish you were here. I mean, guys, we can do calls together. This is the inaugural one that we're doing. It's a part of history. Hey, man, I was on the very first one that ever happened. Now I'm teaching it, but I was there for the very first. I was just a 2-star in the audience. Now I'm an ambassador teaching. It was the first one that ever happened. I was there in Puerto Vallarta. You get to own a part of that history. So I just wanted to interject that, Dave.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, everything you're saying is right on. And if you were serious about building the business, these are the type of events that you got to go to. So.
Yeah, so we're going to have fun, guys, but we're also willing to work while we're there, right? I mean, it's a work fun, right? While we're having fun, we could be calling people. We could be calling your negative brother-in-law, your negative sister, you know, thinking of you. I know it sounds too good to be true. Yeah, bring me another drink, one of them hot dogs. Hey, anyway, yeah, what were you saying about I mean, just have a little fun, guys, right? But anyway, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be incredible. Again, there's no other company out there doing the ambassador program that David Hart just described.
Nope.
And again, next week, wait, in a few days.
This tomorrow.
Well, that's the beginning of the ambassador trip, right? But when Mr. David Hart makes the announcement, that's going to be Wednesday at the brunch. And so at the brunch, we're going to be doing more things in compensation that have never, ever been done before. You guys going to be staying close to social media. You're going to be on the Wednesday night Zoom because that's my night, right? And guys, we're going to be bringing it, right? We're going to be bringing the new stuff Wednesday night, Thursday night, Danny Seguidal. We're going to be live from Vegas, right? Who knows how many ambassadors he's going to have on that call, right? You know what I mean? So anyway, so then on Saturday, we'll be training on this stuff next Saturday, guys. So as good as everything is, it's about to get better.
And if you come on Tuesday, the day before Wednesday, I might slip it out that day. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing I keep meaning to say, so Maria, let's see the hand real quick, right? You always see the hand, okay? I don't know if you guys ever, and I mean this in the most affectionate way. If you've ever saw the Addams Family, right? They always got the hand that does everything, thing, right? It's like this is Daryl's hand that like makes everything happen, right? Screens pop up, slides come in. This is the hand that does it all.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
Miss Adela.
Oh, that's funny.
Amazing. This is too fun, guys. I'm telling you, we have
Oh,
a big deal.
You know what, Daryl? If like you could plug into you have some platinum. You could take as many world tours as you want, right? And we have suggested retail, and then typically on most of our world tours we have the Travorium retail.
Yeah.
And there's always this big savings from, not always, but I mean, a lot of the trips. And then from there, we buy it down with travel points. But we don't limit your ability to go on world tours. They're all great deals. So, you know, if you spent, if you only had 2,800 points on for world tours, because you've been on a bunch, let's say, you spent 1,580 on one, and then the next one that comes up, you're like, well, shoot, I don't got all of the points to buy it to the lowest price, but who cares? Take the points that you got and go book your stay. I mean, because there's a training there, it's 100% valid to take a deduction because you're there to market your business. You're there to get trained. So you get this great tax write-off and you're hanging out with other winners and you're learning how to build the business. So, you know, it's just teaching and educating people on mindset, on the value of our product and the value of going on a world tour. And then of course, the ultimate value of learning how to build a very successful business that creates daily residual pay.
Well, David, you just said something there that I just learned for the first time. Never thought about it like that. He just said you can take as many world tours as you want. You may not have to use your points. You don't have enough points, but you're still going to get a wholesale retail one. David, I think this is the first time I've ever heard that actually said in our company. So great perspective, guys. Those of you that are here still, you just picked up something. Wow.
Absolutely. Lots of value here. You know, our just our travel site has a cost, a retail value of $600 a month, and then you know for the year, and then you take the rest and you say, okay, now I got the cost of the rest of the membership that helps cover and offset my travel points, right? But beyond that, you've got that suggested retail, and then you've got the instant savings.
Yeah.
And then whatever points you have, you apply down to even cut the cost even less. And then of course, you know, we run different promotions throughout the year, and we're, as a company, you know, we're buying those rates down. When you see a $9 rate, that's the company saying, hey, we're putting more promotional money towards that. And it may cost you more in travel points to take that trip. You just have to decide, hey, do I want to spend, you know, more travel points and get the lowest price today? Or do I want to split my travel points and only spend 1,500 here and 1,500 on the next one? It's just a choice. For me, I tell you, because it doesn't, you know, I just say spend all the points and get it for as low as you can, you know, and then when the next one comes, spend all your points as low as you can get it and just keep banking your points when you're ready to go. In the meantime, take advantage of those premier world tours where you're going to have a top income earner sharing the skill sets on how to be successful. I think Daryl and Maria, they're in line for number 2. They get to choose the second world tour because we're doing it by rank, and they're the highest rank behind Todd, so they get to choose a second in the world tour. So we'll have a flyer up for them soon, and let them come into a world tour and kind of share their heart and the business ideas and helping them become successful. So this is such a unique platform, the way that we're doing it too. And you guys can learn, if you learn to like promote world tours to get your people to get on those, no matter the cost, because of the value behind getting trained and building relationships. You know, in business, it's always about your networks. If you want to be successful in business, it's about your networks. And what that means is like, you might, a lot of people hear that and they go, well, I don't really have a network. How am I going to be successful? Well, you know what? Sometimes your network starts with the people who you hang around with and just can be trained by and learn by and see how they do things. And that helps change your thought process, your action steps, the way you talk, on the way you approach business. And for some people, it starts there. And then from that, you know what? It spreads out to now your network of relationships of people that are coming to you to learn what you've already learned. So we all start somewhere with that. All right. Well, guys, I love being on these calls. I listen in the background, and Appreciate what you guys do. I think you do an incredible job.
Hi, Miss Adela.
I'm sorry.
She's trying to sneak by.
Yeah.
And
Hi, Adela.
she matched me today. She put on her green. We got our green on today.
Holiday colors.
Yeah.
Colors.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of Christmas trees already up in the house. Not one, but two.
Well, you know what's awesome. We know it's awesome, guys. We get to continue this conversation again starting tomorrow because we're going to be on Vegas for the ambassador trip, right? And then, guys, I promise you, you would wish you could be there, hanging out with all the ambassadors, hearing the conversations. I mean, and that's part of what he's designed here with the world tours, that you can go spend time with the ambassador, not just at some training where you're in the audience and they're on stage, right? But actually interact for several days. I mean, breakfast, lunches, and dinners, and multiple, interactions, not just the 4 hour, stagnant training, but a chance to really get to know them. And remember that your income is the average of your 5 closest friends. I went to lunch the other day with David Hart, another gentleman in town, owns all kinds of dentistries and businesses, and super, I mean, just massively successful. And again, we were there at the lunch and they were having conversations and sharing different investing philosophies and this and that and different things. And, he's been in business a long time. And guys, again, it's getting around those kinds of people that, elevate your own thinking, it elevates your own expectations, it elevates your own what can be done. It's nothing more than just thinking different, right? And so, as David Hart pointed out today, Daryl, you made the comment about, hey, that's a different perspective, right? The fact I can go on unlimited world tours, the fact that, the world tour, and many of them, is a savings even if you never apply points. It's way cheaper than if I bought it from Expedia without any points. This is already a deal even before I apply points, right? And so, again, there's so many unbelievable things happening for us here as a company. But guys, you got the bonus today by having Mr. David Hart on again. We had him on, I think, last week talking about the ambassador trip. Now we're all about to go live it. And what they're doing for the ambassadors is just incredible. I mean, people are, I'm talking about the ambassadors. I'm talking about the private conversations of the ambassadors. I was talking to Cynthia Sly yesterday. She's like, nobody does it. She's been in the industry for 30 years. She built a team of 15,000 people, right? She's been an MVP. She's like, nobody does this for their people. No one's done what David and Adele are doing. Guys, these are just the private conversations. So sometimes it's easy to be in something and not realize what you had, how good you had it, right? Guys, who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Guys, have a great weekend. We appreciate you guys so much. And again, look for some live webinars coming in addition to the regular ones. We might just have some pop-up webinars come on Travorium throughout the week because it is going to be exciting all week long. And,
maybe from Louis Vuitton, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we'll do that one as well. Plus, there'll be some videos each one of us do on our own as in addition. So make this the best week ever, guys. Get after it. 10 pages of a good book. Do that today. It only takes you a few minutes to read that. I promise you, it will create a financial fence around your home that nothing can penetrate. God bless you guys. Thank you.
All right, bye, guys. God bless. Thank you, Mr. David Hart.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.